Hello, welcome to another Amrio stream. We're trying out Fierce Empath, and so far things are going okay. If you know what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. What were we listening to? We were listening to my band from when I was in college, Ripa. Not a capable hand. I feel like we played against this opponent earlier today. Don't remember what they were playing. Tron Troubled, I think you were the follow. Watch please. Yeah, I'm not gonna be watching that, sorry. The chances that that's a troll video are too much to are too risky. I'm sorry. It's a rickroll, but okay. Oh, okay, fun. Rickrolls are okay. I respect rickrolls, but yeah. It's possible I should have led on playing around Blood Moon, but alright. Copy their forest, pass the turn. Okay. Okay. So if I blow everything up, but then we can get Magist? Ugh. Have I seen a Mew? Yeah, we actually played against it a bunch of times already. Pensure. Yeah, it's definitely too early to tell. Well, this is actually a very, very intricate decision that we have got here. Because we definitely like this being just a forest. But I kind of want to blow up once. The problem if I blow up once is that the only way that I get to do that is if I don't allow myself to cast a Titan 2 turns from now. I think we have to play for Titan. Rot Farm. Okay. I think I'm gonna let them untap with other mana. All right. Ugh, we have to copy an ugly for us. Hello. Daddy's home. We definitely want T-West, and I guess we want Field. Is this the famed Empath Amulet? It might be. The price we pay to cast a Primeval. Yeah, I am denying myself blowing up my opponent's entire board because of casting Primeval Titan. I should tell you how much casting this card means to me. they have nothing to eat here. So we're going to set up lethal with Valakut, killing here first, then blowing up their entire board, and then winning from there. Wow. Winning game 1 against this deck is something. What do I think of the team of Rakdos? They look fun. They look pretty good. I don't know how actually good they are, but they certainly look quite interesting. And it's definitely a deck I could see myself playing. Most definitely a deck that I could see myself playing for sure. Let's go with this. Okay. Actually, if we get turn 2 Moon, that's not that bad for us. Pillage is a lot more annoying. Blood Braid. It's a pretty good sequence for them. All right, it's too much. Yeah, that's a 2-turn clock. Best thing on it is that it has an amazing matchup against stupid pawns and stuff, and that has a 5-color deck. Oh, actually, you see the Willy. Never heard that one before. Yeah, yep. An Astrolabe card. An Astrolabe card sure is something. This hand makes me very sad, but I have to keep it. Yeah, that was an extremely good draw from them. I don't think I've ever seen the Pawns Are the Monsters deck mulligan, like ever. They never ever mulligan, and they always have the turn 1 dork. It's kind of ridiculous. Can I buy those chests? You can buy chests. They're selling at 244 right now. Yeah, 244. Uh-oh, it's a pillage. Oh, what? What? Oh, oh. So if they pillage here, we can still Titan next turn, and this way we're protecting our basic forest, so we can Blood Moon. Next turn, if they moon us, we can Tracker into Clue, which is like not insane, but the Empath has been okay so far. Not blown away, but definitely very interested, if that makes sense. Where is it? Stronghold, bounce land. We have a third land drop still. Haste prime time. Go combat attack. Yes. Field of the Dead plus another basic. Is that the line? Yeah. Vesuva cannot copy the field. So if I get Vesuva, I need to copy something else. And I'd rather just have access to another basic in case I get Blood Moon this turn. Gotta cloth this. I think it's a little bit too late for that one. They could have something like Nature's Claim, I guess. Yes, Sundays goes to the stack. It's a weird interaction. Yeah, it's kind of a strange interaction, but makes sense. All right, we're done now. Wow, it feels really good to beat Ponza. Or Gruul monsters, like I prefer to call it. Modern staple, Great Aurora, yeah. See, Empath is so good that we don't even need to draw it, and we can beat Gruul monsters just the same. That's how good Empath is. One year up, thank you for the follow. Also didn't update the sub count, I forgot there, my bad. The Tunneling Cat. Playing against Tron Master, the Tunneling Cat. Okay, so if we ever find a bounce land, Vesuva is close, but bounce land would be the ideal draw. I'm actually gonna lead on turn 1 Amulet because I'd rather play Dryad on 2. Is Empath main deck material? It could be. But I don't know, I played 2 leagues with it. Whenever you cast it, it felt good. Wow. I mean, like, all of this time, they're just not developing their mana, so I'm not too upset about this, if I'm being honest. Callado, thank you for the follow. Callado. So I'm not too like wildly upset about this. Can we draw a green source, please? Ugh. Bounce land. Bounce land. So they're playing Golos. I look like you playing Amulet right now. It can be rough. It can be rough. All right. So if we draw a bounce land, we win. If we don't draw a bounce land, we're going to lose. Any bounce land does it. Even Bordos Garrison does it. But we have this turn. God damn it. Never getting there. 32 lands, folks. 32 lands, and we still failed to hit on land drops. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Coaching. Swatchy. That's pretty good. I like that. Now we can do better than this. And there it is. I guess that since we're on the draw, it was better for us to lead on basic forest into Stacy. Poggers. Got him. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Big mistake. Well, I guess they had the exile thing. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been the same. Sure. Easy. Can't kill us, is too strong. Streamer luck. Exactly. An amulet ban? Shut up, Chief. Get out of here. Do you ever have trouble playing amulet after you haven't played it for a while? Like choosing the best lines that you can? Because I have that problem and I mess with too many decks all the time. That's an interesting question. I don't think I have found myself in that situation really. But like, I don't know how much amulet you played in your life. I think it's probably likely that it's less than I have though. So I don't know if that changes anything. Like, I've played really a lot of amulet. I have played ridiculous amount of amulets. How has Rakdos been? I have not cast it even once. You can tell my opponent knows what's up with that. With the chalice play right there. So this is going to be an interesting line here. My opponent's holding up a potential Dismember mana. To play around Dismember, I'm going to shock here. It's very unlikely that the life total matters, and it guarantees that I'm going to get full vial from the Azusa, which allows me to cast Titan next turn unimpeded. So unless my opponent has exactly... no, they don't have exactly Tron, so we're going to get to resolve our Titan. So they get Tron and everything, but like nothing that they do here actually matters. Yeah, they can work with well the Azusa, but because of how we sequenced last turn, we have access to Titan mana anyway. The only unfortunate thing is that we're not going to be able to... Like, we set it up nicely, but we're not going to be able to cast this a Dryad, unfortunately. And they fetch for this, I'm going to blow that one up. They gave me a sad face. It's okay. Sorry, Tunneling Cat. She's probably like the best E-Tron player, or one of the best E-Tron players out there right now. Such skill, yeah. You need a lot of skill, a lot of top decking skill to win with Amulet, of course. Basics aren't too hard, but the more convoluted lines just take too long for me to do. Yeah, I mean, that does happen, right? You need to slow down, or you need to think things through. Even Yama can play it. I don't think I've ever seen Yama play Amulet. That would be an interesting social experiment to see Yama play Amulet. So this is turn 4 Titan mana on the play. So I think I'm into it. Yama can barely play Tron. Yeah, exactly. However, I can see the play near brand. It is basically the same deck as Amulet. It is basically the same deck, that's true. So much Tron. Amulet. That's funny. Hello there. So I think I'm gonna... Oh, wow. My opponent kept 7 without turn 3 Tron. Wow. Powers. Play Dryad. Make 2 land drops. Play Explore. Draw another one. Play Cavern of Souls. Name Giant. Wow. Imagine keeping 7 with Tron and not having turn 3 Tron. His spells must have been strong. Yeah, but if you can't cast them, then you just lose. Something I didn't know until... Oof. Something I didn't know until last Friday was that if you have a Cavern on Giant, you can escape Buddha with it. Oh yeah, you can, Brian. Alright, so what are we doing here? So I think that the line is to play Amulet, play Ghost Squatter, find Primetime, cast Primetime, Vesuva, copy Ghost Squatter, and get Field of the Dead. Draw draw step, blow up the land. Next turn we win. Can pay for pack pretty easily. So that means that my opponent cannot have Tron this turn. They also can't have Tron next turn. Wait, did I just dismember the one that they showed me? I think I just dismembered the one that they showed me. Whoops. That was the one that they mapped for, right? I got confused. It's not gonna matter. Like, we're just fine. We're just gonna have lethal, but like it didn't particularly matter. Oh, we're just gonna be able to set up lethal here anyway. I mean, now we're just gonna be able to set up super lethal. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Certainly did not want to do that. It's fine though, whatever. Playing loosey-goosey over here. Emulate from home, yeah. Get that iffy hand on the draw versus E-Tron. 2 Amulet, Boros Garrison, Radiant Fountain, Karn, Great Creator, Summoner's Pact, and Primetime. My thought was that I have turn 2 Karn and 2 Primetime, so I kept one after turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. Didn't find green mana until it was too late and lost. Yeah, it happens. I think it's a keep though. You definitely want, like, I don't want that. That strikes me definitely as a keep against E-Tron. Just so you know. Pump the zombie. Yeah, I guess I could have. That would have been fun. Probably keep 7. Yeah, I think I keep. And tap source would be insane. Too good. Too good. This is why I've been liking this so much. It's like we just that 30-second line has been working out wonders. So I think we're just gonna main phase this within here. Oh, never mind. I have to do something else. Okay. I don't think we play around the second one of these. So I'm just gonna play this and pass the turn. We'll say it again, streamer luck. It's possible. I am a very lucky person, so I will never say no to that statement. Pretty conscious of how lucky I am. We're gonna be blowing that one up, I guess. What picture engine strings is this one? This is just like a moto art, like a moto promo or whatever. Okay, so the line here is to, well, that's my opponent has to have a stop on my draw step. So I think we just have to do this here. Just main phase blow this up. Classic Amulet Ponza. Classic Amulet Ponza. Ponza Amulet. Doesn't make sense at all, but a kitten. I think it might have been printed. I'm not sure. Like I don't care for like the the promo arts and stuff, I always use the original art for everything, so like it doesn't matter too much to me. Oh, I don't have the dismember too. It's just the online version? Okay, well, there you go. So basically they have to choose here whether they dismember or not. They didn't dismember? Wow, okay. I guess they don't have it. And you know what they say when they don't have it. Stronghold. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Like, where the hell is my... Red. White. Haste you. Attack. Get everything. Yes. Valakut. Ghost Quarter. Set a stop on your draw step. Kill this here. Ping you. Oh, we see SOE seal. Blow up your land on your draw step. Kill you on the next turn. Easy. Easy. Very cool to see me get. Yeah. I still have no idea how I'm gonna be installing it, Dogus. Dogus. I always forget how to pronounce your name, man. I'm so sorry. Definitely not. The Australian name pronunciation is not my area of expertise, as you can probably imagine. Dogus, I think it's Dogus, right? Watch them dismember the Titan? Nah. Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing? How's the Maverick life? After streaming it the other way, I ended up being pretty stoked about the fact that Mavericks just seemed playable again. I was particularly excited about the Naya version. Just Clothes and having access to Pyroblast seemed so good. Hey Adam, how's it going? We were running Fiend Artisan in green, white, and green, white, black. Fiend Artisan, wow. El Maquias, do you know Adam? Bone Daddy? Yeah, Adam's great. Adam is a master drafter. When Maverick is good, Legacy is good. I cannot tell you how much I agree with that sentiment. I mean, I'm not playing Fierce Empath to not keep hands with Fierce Empath, right? Is that a fair statement? Plot is popping up heads, but no one is altering the reports to hit it. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely surprising, honestly. Like I would have expected people to have adapted already. I think it's correct for me to lead on basic force because if I find like a Boros Garrison, I can potentially cast Empath on two. Not that I'm going to, but I could if I wanted to. Lurrus as a companion. That's a rare sight nowadays. Oh, my opponent's a black-red Prowess? More like black-red Poggers. Alright, I'm gonna be Titan flooded here. It's okay, that's okay. Photography work was very likely to meet him in the concert. Oh yeah. Adam is great. Great friend of mine. It's a great dude. Yeah, we're all Quantum friends. So, running Giant here. And I think I'm gonna play the 3 mana 1/1. So if we draw a bounce line, like it's basically the same. Like it's probably going to die. So I'd rather spend 3 mana, because if I draw a Dryad, we can double spell, and this is another blocker. Bone Daddy gifting a tier 1 to Adam. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you so much there, Bone Daddy. Thank you for gifting the sub to Adam. And Adam, you're now a proud subscriber, member, valued member of the Primetime Stronghold. Welcome. Well, I guess we're kind of dead here, right? just talking silliness, getting too excited about subs, and then dying. You can pack for Dryad. If they kill the Dryad, I lose, so the Dryad can't even chomp. Yeah, we're just dead. Imagine dying with 5 Titans in hand. Yeah, it happens. It's okay. It is okay. We want these. We maybe want these. Maybe. They have Lurrus, so they're not gonna have Blood Moon. So we can cut these. We can cut all of these. And cut Ghost Quarter. Should I bring just the one of Blood Moon? The one of anti-Blood Moon thing? I think so. Let's cut the field. How good is Ruin the Burn matchup? It's good. It's worse than Obstinate Baloth, but it is definitely good and worth playing 100%. Ugh. This is just not good enough. This one might be. So turn 3 Azusa. I mean, I'm keeping this. That part is clear. Now, what do we bottom? So turn 3 Azusa, turn 4 Empath, turn 5 Titan. So I don't think I'm gonna, unless I draw a blue source, I'm not gonna have time for it. But if I do draw a blue source, well, I guess we kind of have to draw a blue source. So I'm just going to bottom the, actually I'm going to bottom the redundant Sanctuary. Is 3 life a big deal? It's a lot of a bigger deal against Burn than it is against Prowess. Prowess deals a lot more damage to you. So it's not as good against Prowess, but it is pretty solid against Burn, because like the 3 life actually is a full spell, right? So if they have Bolt, they can actually interact with the Azusa, which kind of sucks. We're totally missing our land drops. Gross. The good thing is that if they do interact with the Azusa, that is 2 less damage that I'm taking, so I'm kind of excited about that part. Fatal Push? Wow. Alright. We still need to find a land, preferably a blue source. If we find a blue source and we can like Udo into Fierce Empath in the same turn, that would be sick. But you see that like this kind of deck doesn't care too much about the 3 life. Like they help, right? But they're kind of negligible because they deal just so much damage and so quickly. Oh, hello. I guess there's no way that we could play towards this. So we're just going to do this. We'd have loved to find the blue source there for sure. Just put Lurrus in hand, please. Damn it. Might be dead here. If they have Lava Dart, we're dead. Yeah. All right. Our 8-0 run has been stopped by 1-drops. Womp womp. Very interesting to me how they have fatal pushes post board. I guess they just have to kill the Dryad. What are the common targets for Rexage in the matchup? Blood Moon. Sometimes they take out the Lurrus. Like they just don't present it as a companion and they Blood Moon you out. So I bring in the one of Rexage as a hedge. But like that's not even that popular of a deck anymore. So I don't even know like what are the like standard lists or whatever. So it doesn't surprise me that they're not playing Blood Moon anyway. To be honest, what I would have had instead of the Rexage would have been, I don't know, like I guess it might have been an Explorer. I don't think that whatever I had over the Rexage was going to get me there. No, I guess that the Explorers were in the deck. Honestly, we just died to not being able to cast the Uro. We have been able to cast the Uro. This hand is awesome. So turn 3 Titan on the play. It's exactly what you want to see. Let's see who my opponent is up to over there. What are we, 3-1 in this league now? Yeah, 3-1. Gross. Ooh. Yeah, I guess that's actually better. So let's do that instead. I think I'm gonna go get Breeding Pool. Shocking could be relevant. I doubt it's gonna be. Like they either have the Thoughtseize for this Titan or they don't. That's what this game is probably going to come down to. Or like Simian Spirit Guide into Blood Moon, in which case Explorer wouldn't have really helped me, so same spot. Do they push this Dryad? I don't care. Okay, so we're playing against Shadow. Flooded Strand? Wait, what? Esper Shadow? Weird. Why Esper? The Fairy? Huh. Okay. For the Fairy meta? I mean, it could be. It doesn't surprise me too much. And Force of Negation? Oh my. I think this is actually lethal now, though. Well, we can't play that one, unfortunately, because we have exactly enough mana to prime time. So that's 1 land drop, that's 1, 2, we bounce, that's 12. Yeah, this is lethal. Exactly lethal, actually. So we copy here, we're gonna bounce the Vesuva, we're gonna play the Vesuva, we're gonna copy the Valakut. That's 6 more. We're gonna 2 them with right. Boop. Esper Charm is a fun card too. Esper Charm is a fun card, but it's not particularly playable. Especially not since Archmage's Charm has been printed. Like, Esper Charm is basically strictly worse Archmage's Charm. Ghost Water goes. We can cut one of the... I guess we can't really cut basics in this matchup. Shifts and Stacy's got one of these. Fierce Empath's gonna be gas this match. Amulet sounds great. They probably don't have any easy ways to get rid of the card, like a Rub Decay or something like that. So they're gonna have to, I don't know, like bring in Disenchants or whatever. Archmayor can make someone discard 2 at its speed. That's true, Lastvar, that's true. Is that better than countering anything and drawing 2 and gaining control of like a shadow or something? I don't know. How fast your wallet turns to Titan and lethal damage is impressive. That's a Spring Set word. Oh, thank you, Cuter Crasher. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I've been playing this deck for a reasonable while at this point. So, like, the lines of play come to me very naturally. I definitely want Caverns. They definitely have Gusts, right? I don't even know what this list is supposed to bring, right? I don't know what an Esper Shadow list looks like. Like, what does an Esper Shadow list look like? I kind of have no idea. I think I'm just gonna cut the Stacy's. Is it fun, not competitive? yeah, for sure. I feel you. Yeah, this is a keep. It's not exciting, but it is a keep. Thoughts is gonna go after the Titan most likely. Unless they have something like Surgical and they want to Surgical my amulets, which would be cute, but it's probably not a great play. Might have some number of Lingering Souls in 2020. I really doubt that my opponent's playing Lingering Souls. If anything, I doubt that they're playing them against me. Lingering Souls is always laughably bad against Amulet. Like, so bad. Captain of Eos? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Maybe like 1 Giver 2. Maybe 1 Giver runes. Who knows? Yeah. It's actually crazy how it's only been 4 hours today. The leagues went by extremely quickly. We didn't face a single control deck. That is why the leagues went by so quickly. Burn and Prowess just have to run this trick. Well, Prowess is a lot of a worse matchup than Burn, Adam. Basically, we are not a deck that plays a lot of... We're not a deck that plays a lot of removal. So what that creates is it creates a situation where one single creature can deal a lot of damage to you. So something like Band Control or something like that. Prowess is a lot easier as a matchup because you don't care too much about like the creatures, right? Because you just answer the creatures and then you're not taking damage. While Burn is forcing you always to have the counter spell, and so if they have. I guess if they have an Atmosphere, it doesn't matter. They could have Fulminator Mage. Fulminator Mage is an absolute blowout, but I think it's worth doing it here because it allows me to play around removal next turn. If I draw another bounce land, so it's probably okay to do this. Worst matchup is Infect. Called it! I called it! No, humans used to be pretty bad, and then Dryad got printed, and basically now you're just able to kind of like what's the word? Kind of like put too much pressure on their answers. Basically, their meddling mages get too taxed, so it's actually really hard for them to get value from them. So that is the card that really changed the matchup around. It used to be really bad before. The worst matchups are Infect. Well, if they have a Snapcaster, we are kind of done so. I mean, the good thing is that my opponent has no pressure to speak of whatsoever. So as long as I'm just hitting my land drops, and my opponent can keep destroying my lands, but if they're not killing me... Neobrand is really bad. Prowess is fine. Burn is very good. Just gonna do the same thing again. Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm hitting land drops, I'm gonna be fine. Blow up the fountain now. Okay. All right. Do you have Fulminator number 4? Do you have Fulminator number 4? They don't have Fulminator number 4. Crazy. I'm gonna play Azusa here. They want to gust it. I can just send it to the bottom very easily. Don't really care if this resolves or not. And if it does resolve, which it looks like it does. Giant. There's no reason at all for me to run into a stubby, so I'm just going to not play my amulet here. Do you think killing Fountain was correct? Well, they know that I have access to a Dryad, and the Dryad is kind of a big speed bump for the Snapcaster Mage. So I think that that's why they did that. So they just kind of wanted to get their value and prevent me from playing Dryad. Having 31 lands post board has been really good. Been quite happy with that. I could just play Castle and jam a Titan. I don't want to do that in the face of my opponent's Distasteful Stroke mana, right? Like, there's no reason for me to. Again, like, this just brick walls the Snapcaster altogether. And they can answer with a path that gives me Titan mana to cast it with encounter ability. And they have no pressure. They have no pressure. They will need another Fulminator for me to start even worrying about this. I don't think this is a good axis for them to be fighting on. Yeah, I mean, they kept a disruption heavy hand, but it's just like, so they're gonna push me. Is that the thing? I'll take 2. So they were probably just trying to enable revolt. Exactly. So my opponent just backs it in. They just have no counter magic for the Titan. Yeah. Get Smart, thank you for the follow. GG's earlier. Get Smart. And again, yeah, I always tell Harry this, but yeah, you guys do an amazing job with the podcast. It is literally my favorite Magic podcast bar now, so amazing job. Definitely keep it going, my friend. All right, so that was pretty sick. Just a casual 9-1 run with kind of like the first-ish rough draft with Fierce Empath. The card was okay. It wasn't like ridiculous. I don't think this is the second coming of Once Upon a Time or anything like that. That's not at all the case. But it did work. Like against... That was a fast... Yeah, in 4 hours we played 3 leagues. What's the podcast? It's called Midweek Metagame, Adam. It's great. It's awesome. It's with Gab Nassif, Get Smart here, which... Patrick is your name. I couldn't remember there. And Harry_MTG. Name is Patrick. Yeah, I didn't know your last name. Sorry. I always hear the other guys calling you Pat, so I didn't know what your last name was, but yeah, sorry about that, Patrick. But yeah. By the way, what were you playing? Were you playing Ursa earlier, or were you just playing something like Lurrus, because I remember you talking about Lurrus, Thopter's Word, which we actually did some testing with here on stream to medium success. To medium success. I think I deleted the deck list, but yeah, I think I deleted it. But were you doing some Ursa things or were you doing some Lurrus things? But yeah, 32 lands felt really good. 32 lands felt really good. I feel like I hit my land drops even right there, right? Empath seems solid. Yes, the only time that we lost is because we didn't hit our land drop, right? So we were forced to cast the Empath and we got the Titan and then we just lost because we just didn't hit our fourth land drop. So basically now we have access to all of these threats. We have access to 12 Primeval Titans, 2 of which are lands. So it's pretty solid. So 12 Primeval Titans, 3 redraws, and a bunch of ramp. And sometimes Riot is a threat in and of itself. Also, this is sometimes a threat, but I don't really count it as such. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. If you must choose a deck between Band Control and Gruul midrange in Modern for the future, what would I choose? Band Control. I just enjoy that type of deck a lot better. So yeah. 8 bounce. No, we're playing 9. There's the Garrison hiding in there. So we have 9 bounce lands, 3 castles. This mana base has been pretty solid. 9 bounce lands, 3 castles. We have 2 fetch lands, 4 basics. 2-2 because of Field of Death purposes and 2 breeding pools. So we have access to more untapped green on 1 for Stacy or Amulet, or potentially on 2 for Explore. We have an easier time casting like Fierce Empaths and stuff, and we also have an easier time casting Nether Gusts and Disputes in the sideboard. Not having access to Back to Negation definitely is going to cost on some matchups, like particularly Ad Nauseam and stuff. So in matchups like that, not having access to the main deck packed, it's potentially, like, we're definitely going to be losing matches because of not having access to Back to Negation. I know that is just a given. But I think that we're going to be winning a lot more matchups by having access to Empath plus Summoner Spec plus Titan, like just having access to more redundant Titans and more redundant mana base. I mean, it's all about consistency, right? That's literally like the only thing that I care about when I build my deck lists. Just making sure that we can cast Primeval Titan like on turn 4 every single game is exactly what we want to be doing, and we have so many avenues to get there. That is what makes the deck interesting in the first place, right? But yeah, it's been a good list. Definitely a 9-0 run. 9-1 run is nothing to scoff at. The first one was 3-2, I think, right? So we have the exact 80% win rate. Hell yeah. Love to see the Empath. Yeah. This is literally like the only card that I'm excited about in the new set, because it's the only one that actually fits in Amulet. All the other cards are just meh. I am excited for the 3-mana legendary dude that bounces something, because I've been playing some Esper Violent Legacy and I've been loving it. So I'm excited about that one for Legacy, but for Modern, this is the only card that I'm excited about. Also, the new Smother is pretty exciting too. The new Smother is going to be pretty exciting. Baron, yeah, that's the one. For what channel? The City Fires will decide. Is it okay? No, it's not okay, probably. Flippy Reaper, you probably want to add... what I did the other day, I played this list yesterday, and it still struggled to cast my red spells. But we have access to Valakut, and we also have access to Ketria Triumph. So now your fetchland actually gives you a red source as well. The Triumph was actually great in helping you casting your spells. So this was definitely pretty good. But yeah, Firespout is still pretty hard to cast. This is like, this is only 9 red sources, right? It's so little, especially because it's a card that you want to, whenever you bring in Fire Spout, you very often want, and the entire game depends on you being able to cast it on turn 3, like against Devoted Druid decks, against Humans decks, against like Prowess decks, against all of those decks, you have to cast this card on turn 3. Turn 4 is just too late. So you need your red source to come into play untapped, or you need to have an amulet. And like you only have access to 9 red sources. Yes, Dryad fixes your mana, but it doesn't count when you need to cast Fire Spout on turn 3. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, going back to what matters. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be trying out. Oh no, tomorrow is Wednesday, so tomorrow's gonna be Legacy. Yeah, we can try Esper Vial again with Baron. All right, so that's pretty hot. Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into that. Are there any cards for Maverick? I don't think there are any cards for Maverick that I want to test out. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be Legacy. Thursday is going to be Amulet again. I mean, I'm kind of really excited about this card. So I'm going to be probably streaming Amulets on Thursday again. So I'm going to be skipping Brew meme deck, and I'm going to be skipping the other thing. But yeah, wish I had Maverick in play. But yeah, I'm missing very few cards, but like one of the cards that I'm missing is Gaia's Cradle. So Snoop combo sometimes. I'm not gonna be playing Snoop combo until I can get the cards on the cheap. Like I'm not like Chief. Like Chief is willing to pay like $20 for the Snoop, and I'm not. So I'm probably not gonna be streaming it for a while, at least until the drafts are legal on MTGO, and it's really easy to get a hold of the cards. But yeah. Instead of try too long because I hope to get the advantage of one of the dark. No, this list felt really good. This list felt really good. And it's really possible that we are still supposed to be playing like something else instead of this guy. Maybe this could be Anuro, which is kind of like bridging the gap between threat and ramp. So maybe that could be Anuro, I don't know. Definitely there's a lot to move around. We can also try like doing something like this. That is also very much an alternative. I think I like this better. I feel like Explosives is better in more, like in a wider variety of situations than Pact is. So you're hiring 32 lands. It did feel very good. Like I added the 32nd land and it felt a lot better than the first league that I played. But yeah. That's gonna be it, folks. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I'm gonna be spending the rest of today figuring out, as you can see there, how to build my green screen setup that I got over the weekend, but I hadn't had the time to actually sit down and figure out. So I'm gonna be trying to do that right now. And if the midweek metagame is actually live with a new episode, I'm probably going to be listening to that at the same time. Some extra advertising for some free ad for midweek metagame. But yeah, let's look great. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.